When you read this, I will be safely with Jesus in paradise. Those are powerful words from America's preacher and just one line of Billy Graham's last will and testament. Tonight, Channel 9 is the only news organization with that document.
Anchor John Paul has been going through it page by page. And John, you say parts of it really don't read like a will at all.
A good way to put it. Yeah, they don't, Erica. This is it right here, and it stands out right away as it reads kind of like a sermon. In fact, the first part of Billy Graham's will is called the Family Testament.
The will itself is 16 pages long. Much of it is standard legal document dividing up assets and designating executors. However, the late Reverend Billy Graham did not pass up the opportunity to preach one last time, saying, "When you read this, I will be safely with Jesus in paradise."
I read it, and then I read it again, and I thought to myself, this is Billy's last sermon.
Ken Garfield is an author who's written several books on Billy Graham. He even has personal letters from the late Reverend
He's preaching to me
that he cherishes to this day. We shared the will with him.
It seems only yesterday that I was a little boy playing on the farm near Charlotte. How precious is that?
And he shared his thoughts with us.
You could take these first 6 or 7 paragraphs of his will, and it's kind of the story of his life.
Speaking about himself and his wife Ruth, Graham wrote, "We tried to use our material blessings for the glory of God. We never wanted our roots to be very deep in this world."
How sweet is that he's preaching to people in this world, but there's something more than this world.
The entire document speaks of the Reverend Graham's simplicity, the same man with the same message, something his son Franklin talked about at his funeral.
There weren't 2 Billy Grahams.
The Billy Graham Evangelistic Association, now led by Franklin Graham, is listed as a beneficiary in the will. So are Billy Graham's 5 children and his literary trust, which holds copyrights to his works. His testament ends with this: "I have done my best before the Lord, and I have confidence in all of you that you will consider that you are only trustees of what I have left."
I think what people will take from this and from your story is just Billy's preaching until the end and after the end.
Now, the will also includes several references to the Reverend Graham's wife, Ruth, calling her the greatest Christian that he ever knew. Scott?
Wow,
Yeah.
very, very powerful.
Yeah, certainly.
And we know that he spent the last years of his life at the home in Montreat.
Right.
So what's going to happen to the property there?
Good question there. So I talked with the executor of the estate today. His name is Graham Keith. He was a close family friend, a business partner. And I asked him that, and he said, well, the house in Montreat goes to the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. They haven't decided exactly what will happen with the house. And interestingly enough, the furniture inside, all the kids came out, and they divided it up amongst the family members.
The memories.
Like anyone would do. Can you imagine being in that house while they were looking at the furniture, all the stories they were telling about when they were kids, remembering their grandfather or their father. Very cool stuff.
Yeah,
All right,
very cool stuff.
John, thank you
Thanks,
very
John.
much.